Hi, my name is Jeremy Burkowski, and this is Module 4 for our Ed Technology class. And what we're going to look at is a program, an Ed Tech tool called Kami. I've used Kami in Google Classroom, typically for students that was assigned PDF documents to be able to manipulate because Kami is what we call a document annotation tool, or also could be a digital markup tool that typically deals with PDFs. Now, Kami has added so many different features in the last few years. I'm going to access my account through Clever, and that's what our school district uses as a one-stop shop for all of our passwords linked through Google. Our district typically uses the paid version, but right now we are just using the free version just to show you what you can accomplish in those different components. So I'm going to log in here to the Kami. One thing, again, from what I'm read on the discussion boards, a lot of people who've used OneDrive or a lot of people who've used Google Drive, both are compatible with this program. I use Google Drive for mine, but you could also share it to a computer or else just create a Kami library. This website has little tutorial videos and also different ways to upload documents to be able to edit and change later. But what I want to focus on today is this browse templates. I've seen hundreds of templates on this website that show different ways that we could use them from K through 12 and perhaps even further up into higher education. The two that I really liked here were these digital notebooks and this Cornell Note Lined. At first, when I saw this digital notebook, I thought more for an elementary level student. But what I thought was if we would go through and work on this, we could go and edit to create different components that you'd see for an assignment, meaning that I could go and create this. And what I mean is when I share this or when I too start to add this, when I edit this, I'm going to throw this over here. I'm going to put my picture over here. I could insert a text box right here. And let's say I want to make this as a World War One propaganda. And let's say I'm going to make this as a assignment that I'm going to have every student turn in. On the right side, it says this file is not uploaded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save to Google Drive. And what that's going to do is create a copy of this in my Google Drive that I can go out and hand out. So once I create this assignment and attach a rubric, I can send it out to each student that I want to have to go through and submit this in just like a Google Classroom account. You can see that this has many different pages and all kind of different information. I could go through and I could mark up, I could comment. That's going to be really important when I'm doing my grading afterwards. Unfortunately, some of these tools are locked right now because, again, this is using the free version. So I only have a few different options. But once the paid version comes back to the school district, or if you decide to get a paid version, there's just so much stuff that you could add on that would go through. So for instance, if I want to go and create this, I want to say share it out to one student, I could go up here in the top corner and I could click share document, which makes this a really good tool for collaboration. If I want to have one book that I'm going to have multiple people working, or say you co-teach and you're designing an assignment, maybe you could ask your special ed teachers to review how would you modify this assignment, to meet the needs of a different learner. You could go through and add media and signatures. I really like this add media feature, but again, with this free version, it's not letting me access it right now. But it lets you put pictures and videos on. So for instance, if I was doing a propaganda assignment and I asked the students to find a World War I poster, maybe one part of the rubric would be attaching a poster to this document and then creating or writing a paragraph afterwards. Another thing that's really cool about Kami is I can actually use digital markups by drawing. Now, I'm not very artistic, but you get the point. So for perhaps maybe I'm going to put a map on here as a teacher and I'm going to embed this map inside the document. And then I'll ask the students to maybe draw the path that the soldiers took or which way they went. The opportunities are endless when I look at it from the perspective of different classrooms and different educational levels of how this can be used. So Kami is a great program where I could go through and add these different tools to it so that I could either get it out to students or have students collaborate with me. If you want some more information, I'm going to post this website out here. There's a Kami certification. There's a beginning 1 and a level 2 certificate. You'll go through and you'll watch some videos and slideshows and take a quiz, and you can get this nifty certificate afterwards if you get your certification. So there's a lot of cool stuff that's there. I hope you give Kami a chance because it is something cool, especially if you're using those classroom learning management systems that are collaborative with this type of document, especially Google Documents.